This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So, accounting structure. Accounting structure means main accounts plus financial dimensions. Main accounts plus financial dimensions is equal to accounting structure. Okay. So, this accounting structure is, as I told you, this will be equal to brain. If you are comparing with a human being, it is a brain. Human being, it is a brain. What do you mean by this? Means without brain, you cannot survive. Even though if you are alive, no use. In the same manner, accounting structure is that much important in the system. That much important in the system. Okay. So is Vivek joined? Vivek?
Sir, yes, sir, I have joined now.
Fine. Okay. So main accounts plus financial dimensions together is accounting structure. Main account plus financial dimensions is accounting structure. What is this financial dimensions? Main accounts means you know already. The main accounts means chart of accounts. Main accounts means chart of accounts. Main accounts means chart of accounts. Just a minute. Main accounts means chart of accounts. So the chart of accounts classification, you know, like, can anyone help me? Chart of accounts classification. Chart of accounts classification. You know this one, am I right? Hello.
Assets, sir. One is asset.
One is assets. Two.
Two is liability.
Liabilities.
Three is
Equity.
equity.
Equities.
Four is sales revenue.
For sales revenue.
Five is COGS or purchase expense. Six is expenses. Other income.
Other incomes. And 8 appropriation.
Appropriations.
One second. Okay, appropriation. These things: assets, liabilities, equities, sales revenue, cost of goods, expenses, other incomes, appropriation. These are main accounts. These are main accounts. Okay. Financial dimensions means in our system, this is classified by Microsoft as a best practices. It was classified. Okay. Next one is financial dimensions. Financial dimensions are classified by me only. This is my own classification. You will not find anywhere in the Google. It is my own classification. One is operating units. Next, masters and setups, that is masters or submasters. Third one is custom dimensions. Third one is custom dimensions. Operating units, masters and submasters, custom dimensions. This classification you will not find in the Google. This is my own classification. Okay, operating units means what are those? Operating unit means what is this? Business unit, department, cost center, retail channel, value stream. These 5 are available in AX 2012, also previous version. In D360 also available. Along with this one, recently it was added. One is rental location. Next one is region. One more is branch. These 3 added recently in D365 extra. So total 8 operating units are available. 8 operating units are available in the system. These operating units can be used as a dimensions. These will be used as a dimensions. Okay. Next, masters and submasters. So here, customer account, customer group, vendor account, vendor group. Like this, around 26 to 28. I did not remember the count. Around exist. All these things can be used as a dimensions. All these can be used as a dimensions. Otherwise, custom dimensions means whatever you want you can create as a dimension. What do you mean? Suppose brand is not a master. Brand is a not master. It is not exist in the system. Brand, I want brand. Brand means company. Like suppose I'm purchasing Samsung, I'm purchasing Redmi, I'm purchasing. Here brand means I'm purchasing mobiles, I'm purchasing laptops, I'm purchasing so and so many electronic items. Then brand is a master for me, for my company. I don't have in the system, so I can create my own custom dimension brand. Another example, airways. My people are traveling a lot, so I want to track the reports about travel expenditure based on airways. And vehicles, like this I can create. Understood? This is anything can be done, your wish. Okay, let me show you. So first let me explain you what is this financial dimensions. What is the purpose? Why we need this financial dimensions? What is the purpose? So example, let us understand. Suppose department wise, so you are spending a lot of expenditure, like travel expenditure, A4 stationery, notebooks. There is a lot of people are using water bottles. There are so many expenses is incurring. Now I want to track each department wise what is the expenditure. So there is unnecessarily waste of my material inside, it is wasting. So I need to understand like in which area it is amounts is wasting. Like I want to minimize my expenditure, my company expenditure, I want to minimize it. Then if it is department is exist, like finance department, what is the expenses it is incurring for the finance, like for I mean to say for finance department, what is expenditure it is incurring, and sales department, what is expenditure it is incurring, and then purchase department, HR department, admin department. I want to generate.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So how many maximum dimension we can create? It's unlimited or there is limit?
Unlimited dimensions can be created,
Thank you.
because this is here. You can create whatever the way you want. But as per my knowledge, maximum it is around 60-65 is the highest performance. Means max to max. Of course, in the system you can create. It's a master. It's a kind of one master like you are creating. But the utilization is, so usually 4, 5, 6, 10, 10, 20 like that it will be used. Okay. So this is more. If you are making more, you are making yourself complexity, the reports. If you are utilizing more, then performance will be come down. Okay, but you can create any number, because custom dimensions there is no limit, whereas here it is fixed. This is fixed, but here there is no fixing. Whatever you want you can create as a dimension. Okay, and remember how many financial dimensions. The first question, how many financial dimensions are exist by default? Means it is 0. Remember, this is 0. By default, financial dimensions will be 0. What do you mean? Let me show you the application so that you can understand what I am speaking till now, because it is very difficult to you to imagine what I am speaking. Let me show you now. So let me go to the application. Suppose here general ledger, collapse all, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. So this message, what is this message? I will discuss with you later for time being. Now here in this, if you go to general ledger, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions, if you take a license from Microsoft, it will be blank. Nothing will be there. It will be blank. Understood? This is blank. So the path for financial dimensions is general ledger, chart of accounts, chart of accounts, financial dimensions, financial dimensions. Financial dimensions. By default, how many financial dimensions will be available? Means in this path, if you go, it will be blank, it will be 0. Then what is this operating units? First operating units, where it is available. So here in the application, as I told you, this will be blank. The path, general ledger, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions, by default it will be 0. Nothing here, it will be blank. So what you have to do, you need to click on new button. You have to click on new button, and you can select from the drop down whatever you want. In this, one set of masters are, it will be there. One set of masters are operating units. So means if it is drop down from here, it is showing business unit. This is operating unit. Then department, cost centers. Okay, value stream and retail channel. Value stream, retail channel. Then next one is rental location. Rental location. Next, region and branch. Regions and branch. Okay, so all these you can create as a dimension. Suppose you have created as a business unit is a dimension. This is created already. Then if you want to enter the values inside, go to dimension values. New button is disabled. You cannot click on new button. Suppose department you have created as a dimension for reporting purpose. Now if you go to dimension values, you can, if you want to enter the new button, it is not there. New button is disabled. You cannot. Fine. So operating units, whatever it is, I told you 8 dimensions. This data you cannot enter from the financial dimension values. Fine. Next, masters. So the complex I will show you solution. Masters means customer. Here customer is one master I have created. Then if I want to enter the value of customer dimension values, the dimension values disable. But where we can create means I can go to the customer account. I can go to accounts receivable module. I can go to customers and I can click on customers. I can create customer account. This we learned little bit, am I right? Customer account you can create from here. Of course, this is in USRT. Let me go to USMF company. You can create customer account. You can create customer account. Once it is created, these customers, those customers will be available by default in USMF company, general ledger module, financial dimensions, chart of accounts, financial dimensions. Okay, so I will discuss with you this one later. So customer account, customer is a master, one master. If you go to dimension values, whatever you have created there, that will be shown here automatically by filtering, like suppose 1000013. One customer account, Ralingi Enterprises 1012. So no need to create from here. No need to create from here. Whatever it was created in the customer account, it will come. In the same manner, customer groups. Okay. So if you want to do like customer groups like that, you can have. So masters, whatever it is there, let me go back to the financial dimensions. Give me a minute. General ledger dimensions, financial dimensions. So if you go here, suppose vendor group or customer group or vendor, whatever it is, item group. So item group, if you go to dimension values, you cannot enter new button from here. But whatever item groups created in the release product, I mean to say product information management and inventory management, whatever the master it is there, those will be automatically come here. Understood? Any confusion? Okay, remember, look at this one, enterprise level data. One more concept I need to explain you. Enterprise level data or cross company data. In that, actually it is coming directly FRRT. So look at this one, these companies is, these item groups are linked to FRRT, and this is USPT, another company. This is USPT and this is USPT, another legal entity. This is BRMF, Brazil based company. This is China company. This is TMF company. Understood? The all companies item groups, whatever it is there, it is showing here. So you can use as a dimension item group. So if you want, you can create in the relevant respective item master, item group, then you can verify it will be available here. So once it is closed, earlier it is in, we are in USMF. Once it is closed, it is not showing back to the USMF. You need to select this manually. This is a kind of small kind of bug. It will not go back to USMF. It will show you USRT only. Understood the both financial dimensions? One is operating units and business, like operating units and masters. Any confusion? I will discuss with you what is this actual one by one. Means what is this business unit, what is this department, what is this cost center, what is the purpose it was given. We'll discuss, but high level picture, is it clear? Any doubt in this? For custom dimensions, look at this one. For custom dimensions, if you go here, take the example custom dimensions which I have created earlier. Take the example vehicle. Okay, this vehicle, if you go to dimension values inside, then new button will be enabled. You can create new button will be enabled, so you can create whatever the vehicle numbers, whatever it is there, you can enter. So for this custom dimensions, new button will be enabled. Then basic question to many people, what is this really, what is the benefit of this one? Let me show you, and then I will come back here. What is the real benefit from this one? Okay, so let me go to general ledger, collapse all, journal entries, general journal entries. Click on new button, select from the drop down general journals, click on lines, okay. Here from the drop down, suppose some expenditure you are purchasing. Take the example, some expenses I'm taking, freight transport charges. Like otherwise, rather than this one, I will take some other realistic. Suppose flight charges or entertainment expenses, some entertainment expenses. So which business unit it is? Electronics division. In that, finance department or IT department or operations department, they are spending $500. Entertainment expenditure, specific department, business, I mean to say one branch, it is electronics branch, operations department, or for easy understanding purpose, suppose IT department, this is expenditure. So if you enter this one, at last only IT department, what is the expenditure incurred, I can take a report, I can generate a report, and I can verify what is the expenditure is going on. Suppose in case my company is not getting good profits, I need to decrease my expenses, my company employee expenses. I can select this one and I can enter. Understood? Any confusion here? So if you have that financial dimensions created, So by default, these many dimensions available. But is it mandatory, like I need to use all dimensions? That is depending upon client requirement we are going to discuss. Fine. Understood the high level picture at least first, everyone? Are you able to follow me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So the first one is like, suppose business unit means what is this? Business unit means what is this? Means indirectly it is, suppose I'm creating Telangana is one business unit. Telangana one business unit, and then Karnataka another business unit. Then it is a each business unit wise profit, what is the profit, what is the loss, what is the sales, what is the expenditure, everything I can track the reports based on the business unit. Means sales point majorly. Departments means, you know, like finance department, sales department, stores department, like that. Department wise expenditure. Cost center means, cost centers means generally cost centers are like example, like suppose mobile shops, mobiles. Suppose I'm running my business Samsung Electronics, Samsung mobiles or Samsung Electronics. Then my sales points is, you can find in suppose Hyderabad, there are around 20 areas it is there, but service points will be only one. Only for service centers it is only one. Why it is only one? The reason behind, from the service center I'm not going to get any profit. If I'm running my business from service center, I need to arrange employees, I need to arrange for employees I need to provide electricity, rent, and everything I need to arrange, salaries and everything. From that cost center or service center I will not get any profit, but I need to run at least one business, one center for my business. That is cost center. Retail channel means, for retail industry it is uh, like uh, uh, like malls kind of thing. That is retail channel. Supermarkets. Okay, online channels also nowadays there is huge. Next, value stream means manufacturing units. In Hyderabad, I have one manufacturing unit in suppose Vanasthalipuram. Another manufacturing unit is in suppose Bachpalli or some other Patancheru, something I can. That is value streams. So rental location also it is like that. Regions means I can create regions as one is uh, south, north, east, west. I can create. So these all are operating units. All are operating units. You can use as a dimensions, as a financial dimensions. So where it is available, you are telling like operating units means business unit, department, cost center, value stream, retail channel, and then rental location, region, branch. Where it is available means, let me show you in the system. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. So now where it is operating units means, if you go to organization administration, collapse all organizations, here you will find operating units. You will find operating units. If you click on new, you will find all these things: department, cost center, value stream, business unit, branch, rental location, region, retail channel, all these 8. So you can create values from here. Cost center, administration, one cost center. So retail channel, retail channel, like this. Whatever you want, you can create. Branch. So the values you can create from here, operating units. So let me write down the path for operating units. Path for operating units is, it is in organization administration. Organization administration, organizations, operating units. Organizations, operating units. In this, you can create values. Okay, here masters means where we can create the financial dimension values, means in the respective masters. Because this is not a single master, there are so many masters are there. Each master, wherever it is there, there you will enter. Whereas custom dimensions you can create from the same path, financial dimensions. Understood? Any confusion here? All these are for reporting purpose. What is the main agenda for this process means, you are, while entering the transaction data, you are selecting dimensions, the dimension values, whatever it is there, so that at the end of the year or at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, I can generate reports and I can verify what is the profit, what is the loss, what is the sales happened against this one. All these things, reportings can be generated. The reportings can be generated using this system. Any more questions, please? Here, financial dimensions concept. So if you have any doubts, I will discuss, otherwise I will proceed. So this, once again, I know, like always, general ledger module is little bit boring subject.
Mr. Sach, how to activate, how to deactivate this one? How to activate, like, because all of them are not required.
Yeah, so actually by default it will be blank. Whenever you are going to financial dimensions, it will be blank. You need not to, it is not required to create at all. First thing is, whatever it is required for you, only those things you can create by clicking new. Understood? First one. There are so many, am I right? Around 26 to 28 here, and here it is around 8, and here it is whatever you want, you can create unlimited, and you can create, but in this, whatever it is required, you will create in the client place. Then why it is showing so many means, because for USMF, for DMF, for INMF, for BRMF, all these things it was created so many. Whatever it is required for the client, those only should be created by you. Means, suppose I'm creating department, business unit, and then item group. Suppose item group, I will use this only. Okay, fine. Once it is created, in 2012 previous version, activate button is not there. Once it is created, it will be used. But whereas in D365, activate button is mandatory. Means if it is in active status, then only you can use it. If it is inactive, look at this one. It is inactive, then you cannot use in the transactions. In the account structure, you are not going to use it. It should be in active mode. So if you want to activate, there are two things. Two things. So maintenance mode. Let me close and let me open once again. General ledger, financial dimensions, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. So here it is coming some pop-up message. Look at this one, it was explained clearly. The activation of dimensions is only allowed when the system is in the maintenance mode. So in real-time scenario, you will have a link and with username and password. Once you logged in, username and password, there will be some button, small button is there, maintenance mode. If you enable that maintenance mode, then you can do whatever you want to activate, on and then off. It is a small button kind of thing. You can do it. But whereas in the demo system, I'm not able to show you because I don't have LCS link credentials. If you have LCS link, then you can have that maintenance mode. Maintenance mode means like kind of this maintenance mode, like radio button. You need to enable, and you need to, once it is enabled, then you can click on activate. Then it will be activated. So it is not allowing because my system is not in a maintenance mode. So the activation of dimensions is only allowed when the system is in maintenance mode. Okay, through LCS you can do it. It is a small one. Okay, very small one only. Okay, so at this point, because this is a demo system, I'm not able to show you. Fine. Now you can activate, and then once it is done, you can deactivate the dimensions. Like I meant to say, maintenance mode, you need to make it off. Okay, otherwise there is one more workaround solution. This is, you have to have SQL knowledge, SQL Server. So you can make it maintenance mode 1 by applying 1 in this one. This is 1, and then you need to click on reset in IAS command, reset in the command prompt. Then it will be activated. After activated, then you can make it maintenance mode off by applying this rule. Once again, SQL query with the 0. You can apply the 0, then automatically reset IAS reset. Then you can start using application. That means this application, if it is a maintenance mode, no transaction can be posted. Means after business hours only you can do it. If you want to activate a new dimensions or something after business hours, if it is business hours are there, if people are using this one, it will not work. So if you make it on maintenance mode on, users cannot enter any transaction data. Understood, everyone?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay, so accounting structure, you have told me like accounting structure, but I have not shown till now. Let me show you that one accounting structure. Accounting structure means main accounts plus financial dimensions. We understood today little bit, at least some extent we understood financial dimensions. Now chart of accounts means our main accounts where it is available. Let me show you. General ledger, general ledger, chart of accounts, accounts, here main accounts. So in this it is assets. One series is assets. Next, two series liability. The account type, look at this one, account type. Two series liabilities. Three series equities. All three series equity. So as per the commas, we don't have equity type, assets and liabilities only. Equities is also a subset of liability. As per commas. As per commas, equity is a subset of liability. Next, four series revenue accounts or income. Four series is revenue accounts, and five series is expenses or cost of goods. This is purchase expenses or cost of goods. Next one is six series expenses. Usually six series will be more. Okay, and then six series, after that seven series. As I told you, seven series is very less. 7 series, it is very less, maybe a 2 or 3, not more than that. Okay, 8 is appropriation, it may be so many, it is a mix. It's main accounts. So chart of accounts means group of all ledger accounts or main accounts. Group of all main accounts is actually, in India we will call it as ledger account, but as per Microsoft it is calling as main account. Both are same. So remember always, main account in the system is equal to ledger account in your words. In your commas, you have learned about the ledger account, but in our system it is main account. Both are same. So this is classification of chart of accounts. Altogether it is chart of accounts. So we know chart of accounts are main accounts. What is this? We know a little bit financial dimensions. All this we understood. Now if you go to collapse all, chart of accounts, look at this one. First one is accounts, that is chart of accounts. Next one is dimensions. Next one is structures. Configure account structure. Configure account structure. It is manufacturing BS, manufacturing PL, manufacturing BS. Suppose it was created. This manufacturing BS is, it is combination of main accounts plus business unit plus department. Whatever, I have created only 1, 2. In the same manner, another structure, manufacturing PL. If you go inside, in this structure it was created, main accounts, business unit, department, cost center, item group. So accounting structure means accounting structure or configure account structure. Configure account structure means main accounts plus financial. The same thing we can use accounting structure. Okay, a little bit boring, but it is important. As I told you, the brain, as I told, this is a brain. You can compare with ERP versus human. If you are comparing ERP versus human, it is a brain. Fine. Now let me go back to some more topics. Currencies, let us understand. We'll discuss this accounting structure tomorrow once again, so that you will understand once again. Currencies. currencies means in the system, currencies by default available. What are the currencies available means in the entire world, whatever the currencies, it is around 200 countries, it is there 190 to 200 countries, whatever the countries available, and all that current countries currencies by default available in the system. In the system, Microsoft is providing that currency master in the system. Means if you go to general ledger, currencies, by default it will be available by default. You need not to create anything. All currencies in the world, it will be available. Okay, all currencies are by default, it is available. You need not to create any currencies in the system. It is not required at all. Suppose if it is a UK, it is Great Britain pound, GBP. Like this, there are so many currencies available by default available. Now, why we need to discuss, but we need to understand the behavior. One is accounting currency, reporting currency, and transaction currency. You need to understand these three: accounting currency, reporting currency, transaction currency. So you are in India and your friend is asking like, give me 100. Then immediately you will give $100. Am I right? Your friend is asking, give me 100. You are giving $100. Am I right?
No.
No. What you will give? 100 dirhams.
Rupees.
100 rupees. Okay. So we are in India. We have INR only with us. Indian rupees. We have with INR. Am I right? Whenever your friend is asking like, give me a 500. Can you give $500? 500 dirhams? 500 Australian dollars kind of thing? No. Am I right? Your friend is asking 500 rupees. Agree? Everyone? I want response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So intentionally I'm speaking like $500. You need to respond immediately. $500 where I can find? Right? We don't have money. Dollars. Until and unless if you are traveling to some other countries, then only you will purchase dollars or something. So if you are doing business in India, then your currency, accounting currency is INR. Agree with me? Any doubt in this?
No.
Fine. Suppose you are doing business the same thing in US, in United States of America, USA. Then what is the regular currency you use in USA?
US dollar.
US dollars. So accounting currency means your local currency or your country currency, wherever the company is there. Wherever the company is there, that company currency or accounting currency. Okay, fine. Next one is, what is this transaction currency? I'm running my business in India. Then accounting currency is INR. Accounting currency is INR, Indian rupees. Okay, but I'm exporting material to Dubai. Then what is the currency? If I'm exporting material to Dubai,
Dinar.
AED, Arab Emirate Dirhams. Arab Emirate Dirhams is my,
నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను
sorry,
వేరియబుల్ ఇది వేరీ అవుతుంటుంది
this one. If it is, suppose I'm importing material from Dubai. Dubai currency is Arab Emirate Dirhams, AED, Arab Emirate Dirhams. Understood? If I'm importing material from Australia, then Australian dollars. If I'm importing material from China, China yuan. If I'm importing material from Malaysia, Malaysian ringgits. If I'm importing from Oman, Oman riyals. Okay, so whenever you are importing or exporting, whenever you are importing, changing. Am I right? The currency is changing. Whenever you are exporting or importing, then the transaction currency is changing. Understood? Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Mr. Satya, can we say, just correct me if I'm wrong, my understanding. So depends upon the sales and income, that is the sales and buying and sales, the currency differs.
Exactly,
Yes,
you're
it
right.
is variable.
Exactly, you're right. Okay. So if you are doing business in India only, then transaction currency also INR only. If I'm not doing any exports and imports, then accounting currency also INR and reporting currency also INR. If I'm exporting to any country, if I'm importing to any country, then instead of INR, whatever the currency it is there, that currency will be updated in the system. Understood? So it may be Australian dollars, it may be Singapore dollars, it may be Dubai Arab Emirates dirhams, or Malaysian ringgits, or Oman riyals. These all will come into the picture if you are doing exports or imports. Otherwise, the same currency, whatever it is there, INR is the same currency. If it is any exports or imports, then only this currency will come into the picture. Agree?
Whatever the country which I'm transacting with.
Exactly, you're right. So transaction currency will be keep on changing based on your business, but accounting currency will not be changed. Suppose I'm starting my business in USA, then my company currency or accounting currency will be US dollars. Okay, and generally if I'm not exporting, if I'm doing business in USA only, then US dollars is my transaction currency. If I'm exporting to Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, like that, then those currencies will come to the picture. Understood? Any confusion here? These two.
Clear, sir.
Perfect.
Next one is reporting currency. Why it is reporting currency extra available? Let us understand. Suppose I'm doing business in India. I'm doing business in India. Now I'm planning to establish one more company. I'm thinking whether I need to go for Australia or Singapore or Dubai. This is my three countries. I'm planning. I want to establish one more company in Dubai or Australia or Singapore. Then if I'm telling like my business is in India, it is INR. Okay, my business is in INR. So I'm telling like to Singapore people, I'm telling like 500 crores business I will do it. 500 crores Indian business, like 500 crores Indian rupees. Then Australian people are not able to understand what do you mean by 500 crores of Indian rupees. Then I will tell like it is 1000 or 500 million dollars, US dollars, 500 million US dollars. Then he can understand what do you mean by how much big it is. They cannot understand 500 crores INR. Agree? Because what is the exchange rate between their currency versus this currency, they cannot understand. If I'm showing, or if I'm presenting my data to all these Singapore delegates, Singapore and Australia and Dubai. For all these companies, for all these delegates, important people, I want to go to tie up with these companies in these countries. I'm planning which country I need to go. I don't know. I'm discussing. So if I'm speaking in INR, they cannot understand and they cannot convert their currency into their currency. If I'm speaking like this in US dollars, they can understand easily how big it is or small it is. Then they will come back to me. So I can generate some reports, specific reports, financial reports in this reporting currency. So remember, all reports will be generated in accounting currency only, but a few reports I can generate in the reporting currency. So that the opposite people can understand my business. Understood? Any doubt in this? Okay, if nothing doubts, I will stop here. I'm going to stop here. If any doubts, please let me know. Otherwise, I will explain you this topic currencies once again tomorrow. I will recap and then I will continue. Any quick questions, please let me know. If nothing, then we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m. Okay, see you all. Bye-bye.